What's good, y'all? I go by Incendiary, and I'm back with more of the budget build guide in Warframe. These guides are meant to help new players who don't have the more powerful mods in the game. This time, I'll talk about the primary weapons. As usual, if you do like the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for any and all updates. Also, I have a guild server that you can join where I do one-on-one tutorials and build discussions. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get right into it. Now, primary weapons are usually the biggest damage dealing weapon in the game, as they have several different types that fall into different categories, such as assault rifles, shotguns, bows, etc. Because of this, some mods are universal in that they affect all primary weapon types, but there are some that are locked to a certain weapon in general. For example, you can't use Serration on a shotgun since there is already a damage mod for shotguns, but you can still use them for your assault rifles, sniper rifles, and bows. But I'm not going to keep rambling on about this, and I will cover it in more detail in a Revamp 101 video that I will redo at a later date, as well as any damage types. Anyway, these mods are good for starting out with the primary weapon. They will go in order of rifles first, then shotgun variants. Serration for the rifle, and Point Blank for the shotgun. Used for primary weapon types. These are the damage dealing mods for the weapons that I mentioned before. Great for early game damage, as your weapon alone won't kick out enough of it, especially if it's unranked. Stormbringer, Hellfire, Infected Clipped, and Cryo rounds. These are your primary elemental mods for your primary weapons. These are good for when you first start out and is a good base for learning how to make secondary elements. The shotgun variations are Charged Shell, Contagious Spread, Incendiary Coat, and Chilling Grasp. Piercing Hit and Flechette. These are your puncture damage mods, great for armor enemies such as the Grenier, and also reduces damage done to you. Sawtooth Clip and Shredder. The Slash variant. This is good for infested enemies since their primary bar is health. It is a bit less effective against armor, however. Rupture and Disruptor. The Impact variant. This is good against enemy shields such as the Corpus. This causes them to stumble from gunfire. It also has the after effect of setting enemies up for a mercy kill. Basically, a mercy kill is an instant kill. Ammo Drum and Ammo Stock. These increase your ammo capacity in general. This is when your guns have low ammo or want to get a few more rounds out. Pretty good when you first start, but will lose their value when you increase your overall damage. Still, they're pretty good on unranked weapons. Fast Hands and Tactical Pump. This is good for if the weapon you have is slow to reload. Every second in this game does count, and the extra 30% reload speed can come in handy. Speed Trigger and Shotgun Spaz. Just like the mentioned mod, only this increases the fire rate. Use this when your ammo increase mods, with your ammo increase mods, I apologize, and reload speed mods to get back into the fight faster and dish out more damage. Bane of and Cleanse faction mods. These mods deal increased damage to certain factions in the game. If you have any points left over, you can slap these mods on to round out any build, as they will deal additional damage to Corpus, Grenier, Infested, etc. These are some of the mods you will come across. Although this is a good starting point, try and find what works for you and the weapon that you use yourself. Some mods do work with certain weapons and some may be weak, but when properly equipped, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. Also keep in mind that some mods don't synergize with others. That's all from me for now, but remember, DE or Digital Extremes heavily encourages experimentation. Who knows, you may have a completely unique build that works for you. Speaking of, you can share those builds in my Guild server as well, along with a ton of information from quest lines to hunting your first Kuva Lich or Sister. The link will be in the description box down below. As usual, until then, I'll catch you guys later.